Hi, I'm Charisma with Charisma's Corner, and I'm in the Little Pink Barn today, and I wanted to share a tutorial with you. I wanted to show you how to make branch. It's one of my newest patterns, and I just love trees. I think that any of you who have been following me for any length of time, I always design using trees, and I like them in all sorts of forms. And I also love a good fat quarter pattern because, let's face it, when you're at the fabric store and you see a line of fabric that you like, it's really easy to grab those pre-cut bundles because you know that you're getting at least a little piece of everything in the line. And then, before you know it, if you're like me, you have a whole lot of fat quarter bundles on the shelf and you need to find a way to use them. So this is one of those patterns. And the great thing about branch is that there's actually two different ways to construct this quilt. One is like the one behind me where you have one background color. In this case, it's like a burgundy color. And then I used all of the fat quarters to make the lovely branches, the little trees. And so that's great. And then the other way is to use the colorful fat quarters in the actual background and then use a contrasting color for the little trees. They could be gray, white, black, brown, whatever sort of tree branches you would like. And so I have a few blocks made over here, you can see, and we have this purple, orange, and pink, and that's using that background color fat quarter instead of using the gray. And so it's just a little spin-off. Both of the fabric requirements are included in the pattern, so it's like getting, two different layouts for one pattern. And it kind of goes together pretty quickly, each block does. And so you'll want to go ahead and look at the cutting instructions for which way that you want to do it. Make sure when you are cutting the instructions that you check that test box. There are some templates in this pattern, and you want to check that test box because if that does not fit into a 1-inch square on your ruler, even by a tiny fraction, then your templates are going to be way off and they won't fit. So that is very key. We put those in there just for that purpose. So let's go ahead and start constructing our block. So I have all of the pieces cut here. I'm not going to give you the measurements because those are for the pattern, but I am just going to show you how to put those pieces together. So first of all, we're going to sew these short little strips onto these larger blocks, like so. And then we are also going to sew the two different colored template pieces, the long and the short, together. So we're just going to do that chain stitch style so that we can go ahead and get those pieces done. I love chain stitching. I love cutting out a quilt, a whole quilt, and then having it all ready to just sit and sew. Just so I can chain stitch and just forget about things for a bit. I'm using my Live Boldly fabrics. It's my first line of fabric for Timeless Treasures. So all of those fabulous, fun colors that I love to use. Okay, so now we have these 4 pieces done, and we're going to go ahead and press those units. Okay, so now we have that, and now we're going to put these pieces together with our half square triangles. So the key to getting those centered is to go ahead and fold each piece in half and then press that to get that crease. Again, just fold this in half and then we're going to crease that. Okay, and then we'll know exactly how to line that up. And if you wanted to finger press those, you could totally do that. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and line up this piece on top of my half square triangle, and I have my creases sort of lined up in there, and I'm going to sew that on, and we're gonna do that chain. We're gonna chain those as well. Okay, and we don't have to press because we're not going over another seam when we sew, so we're just gonna go ahead and sew that other piece on, and then we'll press it all at the end, like so, and you can kind of see that crease matches up there. Let me just get it lined up here. Okay, and we'll open these up and get them pressed. And you can see how that block is coming together. Okay, and I'm just going to cut off those little triangle ends because they're distracting to me. Okay, now we're going to sew these two halves together. Okay, then I'm going to press those. And then I'm going to sew them to this middle strip. Isn't it great how this just comes together so quickly? All right, and we have a sewed block. Look at that. We'll just press that and take it to the design wall. So look at that. I love how this is all coming together. We could make a little table topper with these four. We just wanted to stop there. But here we are. So just so you know, this is branch. That was very quick and easy, wasn't it? Within just a short amount of time, just 20 minutes a day, you could sew several different blocks and complete another fat quarter project and take those bundles right off your shelf. So thank you for joining me today in the Little Pink Barn, and I hope you have a great day and share your projects with me, #Charisma's Corner. Thanks. Bye.